Do it again, Jake. Jake, come out here and show them what you got here. Dude, exactly. Nailed it. I'm Rich.
I'm Frank.
And it's people, pints, and possibilities.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. Yahoo!
Dude, there's no Jake, so we have to do our own clap it up. Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Yeah, Jake already did a podcast today. Literally.
Jake did his own
proud of the guy.
podcast. Are babies growing up?
Yeah. I'm not gonna wreck it for him, but I don't think he was a big fan of Superman.
Dude, I think ours will come out after his because he's on Tuesday. But all right, our boy Jake is not even here because he filmed his own podcast. We're on our own today.
Yeah, so I mean it's only up from here.
It's freestyle.
Yeah.
Dude, we got our mics ready. We're dialed in though.
Yeah.
Okay. Today is well, first of all, welcome to Paso Robles, California.
Yes, sir. Beautiful. A little warm today, but not bad.
Little warm. California Coast Beer Company. We're in the den here. I'm the Vibe Titan once again, bringing the juice.
And I'm just the dabbler drinking the juice.
Dude, making the juice and
Making
drinking
the
it.
juice, drinking it.
There you go, bringing it. Everything in between. Well, we got a special episode. We're back together. The team is back.
It's about time.
Just
Fuck.
got back in town today.
It's gonna be hard to beat that last one.
The boys are back in town.
Love that song.
All right, so where we been? Let's review where we been. Well, we had Zach on talking about joining the team, and then we actually had the team come on.
Team-ish.
A
The
few
OG
of the
team.
few of the first.
Yeah, the
Members.
originals. So yeah, we.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is, I thought it went really well.
Well, you weren't here, so that helps. Oh, you
But I
stayed
heard
for
it
a little bit.
Last
You did?
week.
No, you did.
Yes.
Oh, he's we're getting good at this. Frank's,
Foreshadowing.
yeah, in the front of it, I'm behind it, so it hasn't happened yet. You're gonna listen by the time this comes out, though. You will have already
Yes.
heard it,
And
Yeah,
I
it was
will have
great.
heard it, and it was really well. It did what-
We did a little strategery.
Strategery.
Yeah,
Bush.
that's
Bush.
our boy Bush. Did he's strategic, but it is more. Yeah, it's when you apply it.
Yes.
All right, it's not
Execute it.
strategy. It's a
No,
little bit different.
It's a little different.
You wouldn't know. If you're not at the highest levels of the military, you wouldn't know about that stuff. But we used a little bit of strategy in our approach, which is a little bit unique in the sense that when our team was coming on, we know that your team is your resume, and
Receipts.
we need receipts. So all this stuff we've been talking, it's not real unless your team actually embodies it and puts it to use and believes in it and adds to it themselves.
Yeah, and we strategically picked those two because we knew they would do well.
No, we strategically weren't here so that
That's
they
true.
could
We
say
actually
anything they
bounced.
wanted. Yeah. So we were not on that episode.
Yeah, they're very truthful.
In fact, we won't hear it until it actually came out.
Till you hear it.
You hear it, we hear it. It was at the same time. So
Listen to it at, when does it come out? 6?
that will be in,
No, 6 in the morning, though.
6 a.m, police at my door.
So if it's off by 7, we disagreed with it.
There it is. All right. And the strategy behind that, you got to trust your team, right? So we came on, we did a little slight intro, and then we walked off and let them go for it.
You
Yeah.
tried to do a little
I
cheers
did,
there, and
I
I
did. You
dropped
left
you
me
on, and
hanging.
I saw it.
I was, we're off to a good start. We need Jake.
No, we're going to pull this out. We call this nose diving, but we got this. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about, so we went through Zach, who is one of our leaders. That's the ice machine rolling. We got to keep it rolling, dude.
Yeah,
You got to keep this business going. We went through Zach. Then we had our original team members. So we had Justin on here. We had Zach and Jen because they were
Jake.
the OGs. And then Jake joined them because he knows the podcast and he's been through it to help him run it. And then we essentially have to go from there to PPP, right?
You know
People,
me.
Pints, Possibilities to action, right? So we've talked about it a lot, but it's kind of that process of taking people from having something on a wall. We talk about it, words on a wall. We talk about it, on a letterhead. Taking that and actually creating some action. So committing to some of that action and what it looks like around your business.
Yeah, it's easy to bring the Kool-Aid, but now you got to make them thirsty.
Yep.
And that's going to be the hardest part.
That's the hardest part.
It is. All this other stuff's fun and neat, but now getting them to commit and believe is it's going to challenge you, especially as a business owner.
Yep. And anything, right? So this episode is for anyone who's in charge of a team, in charge of a department, works with other people, because you could do it for yourself. You need to have core values for yourself, right? And commit to action, your own behavior, and live it, because you'll be an example for everyone else. And so this episode is for anyone in charge of people.
Yeah, and that could be family.
It could
raising
be
a family.
Yeah. What is this? Do you have personal core values?
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
Let's go. Nothing goes in the sink. And be home on time.
And So's bean burritos, if they're left in the microwave, are free game.
Absolutely. Though, opening a kitchen, there's a lot of health code violations there, so we toss them now.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about at your house.
Oh, no. No. We learned that. So, yeah, it's weird. We used to just have pizza Friday and wake up. It was still on the counter, have it Saturday. But, thank you, health department. I realized I'm not sure my family's still alive right now.
What's the Panion core values though?
Core values are I'm super big on kindness, believe it or not. I preach that to them. Us being administrators back in the day, bullying was not a cool thing, and so we talk a lot about being kind. We talk a lot about success, and that doesn't have to be financial. It's just good choices that you're going to make. And just basically the importance of the word family itself to take care of each other.
Yeah, they do. They'll fight hard.
Yeah,
but amongst them,
we roll deep. Yeah,
but try to get in the middle of them, and you're not gonna come out.
I got a lot of guys' names that I wish they never met my daughters.
Try to get in the middle of them, and your jacket ends up in the front yard.
Yeah, no. A lot of dad time in the garage, but love those girls together.
Yeah, team meetings. Mine personally, I have switched it around, right? These things change all the time, but I love helping people, and that's kind of my passion, is seeing people. I tend to believe in people more than they believe in themselves.
True.
But what I've learned is I want to help people that want to help themselves. That's a big change in me, because if you're not ready to help yourself, I've realized I'm wasting my time working with you. And I could be working with somebody else or helping someone else achieve what they want to do. And so...
Well, and I'm going to tag on to that. You have wasted tons of time because you don't give up.
I don't.
You don't give up on people.
I
until
know.
it gets to that point where you're like, adieu, farewell.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. You don't want me. But
and my core values are no excuses, no messengers, no sympathy groups.
True. Yeah, you're a little more refined than mine were, but yeah, ours are pretty much in line with that.
Well, I learned those when I was 17 at Enterprise High School in the We Not Me Enterprise Eagles football team. It wasn't the Eagles; it was actually the Enterprise Hornets. But I feel like I started there with everybody.
So that was a real high school.
Our high school, it was Coach Arrow, was no excuses, no messengers, no sympathy groups, and I couldn't come up with anything better. I just lived those things. So no excuses, don't offer excuses for yourself, don't accept anything less. You're responsible for everything. Don't give your power away. No messengers is deliver the message yourself. Do not talk about people when they're not in the room. Do not, so here was a rule when we were kids. Hey, where's Tommy? Well, Tommy's sick today. Nope. If you were the messenger, you were in trouble. So no messengers. In fact, it would make you go get Tommy, right? And then no sympathy groups. And a sympathy group was a group of people who stand on the side and criticize everything and talk shit about it so that they can make themselves feel better. And they're just really the mediocre birds are recruiting every day. And they want you to put your mediocre backpack on and join them in a sympathy group. And talk about how everyone else sucks.
Let's all be victims.
Yep.
Yahoo. So what
personal
you're saying,
core values.
That was imprinted at a very young age.
It was. It was. Yeah, that I owe it to Coach Arrow. Yeah, a lot of people helped me when I was young, and that was one of them. And so I always stuck with it. And the hardest part is those things are great, and then it's living it.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to talk about today, right?
So almost if you had a new employee or family member, you got to imprint it young.
Team member. Yeah. Yep. You got to teach it.
And that's
right?
kind of where
we're at.
We started, right?
Yeah, we're going to tell the story today about how we went from People, Pints, Possibilities, which you've heard about that, and refined it to now having a bunch of people that get to actually invest in that and then move up through the stages and hopefully live it, you know, and that's hard to do. It's not easy.
Yeah, and then let's be real. We started with a few, and it grew and it grew. So if you're starting with just a whole bunch of people, it's a little harder.
Yep.
Because you start getting your newer people to talk to the older ones, and then they start to, oh, I see why we're doing it.
Yep.
Versus trying to get a lot of naysayers together and trying to sell it to them. That's a tough one, but it can be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to start all the way. You got to start somewhere, and you got to start with the people that believe. And for us, People, Pints, Possibilities was the very beginning.
Yeah.
And so to rip through it, just to take you back, you just listened to our people. You've heard Zach. They're talking the talk. You know, they're doing those things. How did we get there? So I'm going to reverse. People, Pints, Possibilities really came from people, systems, and culture. I believe that's John Gordon, Energy Bus, or one of those great books. But every good business has this symbiotic approach. And if you're in charge of a team, you need to have great people. You need to have high-quality systems. And you need to have a culture that allows you to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And that's different for everyone. So you got to start there with people, systems, and culture. For us, those core values turn to People, Pints, Possibilities. People, the ones that we have here, came first, and we realized people was in front of the brewery. And I think that was on purpose, but it was on purpose. We always knew that if you're really up front and authentic with people, you have time to fix your craft. And then the culture is last because that's like a byproduct of all the things. You know, you got to have great people. You got to learn how to make good beer and have a good product. But ultimately, if you have those two things, now you're working with something. You can create a culture, right?
Yeah, and I don't say we're unique, but it's very different. Our people, from what I was used to, is you're getting a bunch of people from the military that have already gone through boot camp. You're getting teachers that have gone through credentialing programs.
Yeah.
So you kind of have this similar mindset where here we're getting people
from everywhere.
And that goes all the way down to
degrees,
patrons, to everything else. Like, you don't know what's coming through that door.
Absolutely. And you're even getting new people where in teaching, the new people were generally young. It was unique if you had somebody who came in at 50 years old. They were generally right out of school, and they were the same age, so they identified with each other. Here, the new person can be 35 or 17, 18. Yeah. And one person could be looking for a long-term job, and the other person could be looking for something for 2 months.
Yeah, just get me through the summer.
So in that, you need those core values to kind of bring everyone together. Like we talked about, that symbiosis, People, Pints, Possibilities. And so you got to start with something. It's the words. Start with some words. Whatever you stand for in your organization or your business, you got to start with something, because you can't even start to have a conversation until you know where you're beginning, right?
Yeah, and whatever you're doing or your clientele is, that kind of can help you how in-depth you go with those words. We're pretty simplistic. People, Pints, Possibilities.
Yeah, but the overall approach, like you said, is really to sit down and ask yourself, who works here and who's going to come and visit us? We talked about that. Start there, write it all down. And then how do we want to do things?
Yes.
What are the processes, procedures that we're going to utilize? And then the other thing is how, and this is undervalued, we've said this before, how do we want to treat each other?
Yeah.
How do I want to be treated in this workplace that I spend, a third of my day here, technically half your day, because 8 hours you're sleeping, or depending on how long you sleep, but,
3 for you.
Yeah, no shit, right? Keep rolling, dude. Elon Musk is beating me every day. How does he have that many companies? So, all right, we got PPP, And for us, we went to the next level, which is we knew that we needed a tagline. You need to be able to identify with it. So no excuses, no messengers, no sympathy groups. You're working with your family. Once you get down to and people enjoy threes, there's an educational piece in there. ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. The mind remembers that. So the threes are not by happenstance. But once you get that, you need a tagline. So ready? The Army, what's their tagline?
Oh, shit.
I'll start. Be all that you can be.
What's the recruiting tagline?
In the Army. Notice how they draw it out at the end?
Oh, yeah.
It's not just the Army. It sounds very friendly.
It's something you're going to
The
remember.
Army.
I'm going to go on there. That
All
guy
right,
without
how about,
round hat seems
what's
friendly.
the tagline? Nike, what's theirs?
Swoosh.
So close.
Dude, we did not practice this.
No, we didn't. This is brand new. You know this. You should probably just...
You can do it.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
let's do it. You can do
killing
it.
All right. How about... dude, let me think of another one.
I wasn't expecting this,
This
road.
is going good. I love your face right now. Does Chick-fil-A have one? Come on. What are some taglines? There's plenty. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. You need a tagline because it's easy for people to remember. So people, we said beer brings us together.
Yes.
But the people, they keep you coming back.
True.
And that's a tagline. You need to come up with something that helps people identify with why you put the word people there, right? And it gives you some direction. So beer brings us together. The people keep us coming back. And so we know that if we create a great environment, people show up here to test out the craft beer. They sure do. But if they have a shit experience, they're not coming back, and we know that.
No, and then today they're going to... sorry, I was still trying to think of taglines. I got
In
nothing.
the
I got nothing.
Army.
That's horrible.
Dude,
But yes, if we have a horrible experience here, it's not only I'm not coming back, I'm going to pull out my little phone and I'm going to hit me on Yelp. I'm going to hit me on Google Review, and I'm going to let people I don't even know don't go there. So it's the importance is treat them right up front so they do want to come back.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely. And it's so simple. By the way, that's simple. I hate to say that. It takes no effort.
It really,
It's easy to be nice to people.
yeah. How many meals and beers have we given away here? Because something came out cold or, I got that.
Figure it out. Yep.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Because you have time, that's a good point. You have time to fix it on the back end later.
Yeah.
Just make it right now. Treat
Yeah.
the people right. And sure, if we're messing it up over time, it's a horrible business plan to be comping meals that don't work all the time. But that says that your next thing, the systems are not correct, right?
Yep.
So that means you're not doing your due diligence
You're going to have
on your
outliers.
procedures and processes and your systems. And so, yeah, the next part was the pints. And we started out, it was still people-centered, which we have been. If you notice our business, we still haven't even talked about beer.
No, not
It's
yet.
crazy. I know people are out there like, what the hell?
I
am
swear we
listening
make it
to
here.
this thing? We do, but we're beating to death. Like, your team has to be good. You have to have a friendly environment. Sure, you have to have a great craft. Absolutely. You do. But you cannot rely on that alone.
No.
And so the next part, the pints, actually started with people can buy a beer anywhere, and they choose to come here with their hard-earned money. They work fucking hard for that stuff, man. And they choose to spend that with us. They're voting with their dollar, and for that, we're grateful. That's where we started.
And it's where we still are.
And we still are. Yeah, we didn't leave that ever.
No, that's never going to leave. I think that's the biggest foundational piece for the brewery side is you better make quality because someone's coming in here and they're going to spend their hard-earned money and they better get something that they deserve.
Yeah.
And you've heard my rants on hard workers and all that. Like, we appreciate them because they are what makes this country go. And if we can give them 10 minutes of just a decompressed downtime,
Yep.
then I'm super on, or we're super honored to make a product that they're going to come pay whatever they pay for it.
Yeah, and they don't care as long as they feel like they're taken care of. To be honest, it's funny. We heard Robbie Beneso talk about it. as long as they feel like they're respected and loved and this is a part of their group, you know, a lot of times it's the irony is we talk to Robbie, we want to give you free beer and you really want to pay us because we end up giving free beer to the people who complain all the time sometimes. And, you know, you end up giving your money to the people who never take care of you.
Right.
And if we can flip those roles, we might find something remarkable, which is the next thing, the possibilities, right? So we had possibilities. And that part is just the mindset. You and I saw it differently, which is perfectly fine. We see a lot of things differently. And you need different people in your organization. But the possibilities for me was really, if you could really define your workplace, anything is possible. Those people, systems, culture, focusing on the culture. If you can define your workplace and how people want to be treated, I felt like anything is possible. If people feel valued, they feel respected, that doesn't mean they're doing everything right. No one said that. But if they feel like they're in a place where people care about them, you know, we can leap over a lot of the problems that a lot of places see by trying to do that. And then you said, what's next? You know, yours, what is possibilities for you?
Yeah, possibilities for me is you have the people pints. You have who you are, what your craft is, how you got there, what you learned along the way. What is the possibility from standards, goals you set for yourself? Where can that take you?
Right. What's next?
What's
right?
next? Yeah, I mean...
And don't limit yourself.
No. Complacency will kill you. Just what is next? It could be something small, or it's those small goals that lead to the big. Like, what is the big ultimate goal? And it's fluid. You're going to change all through it to get there. And so I think it's important, like you as a person in your craft, to figure out where you're going to go down that road. So that's the possibility piece.
You've lived the possibilities. So quick, I'm going to put you on the spot, which I always do. You have quit your job as a principal out of the blue.
Yeah, definitely out of the blue. There's some reasons.
Well, I mean, but I don't want to say out of the blue. Obviously, you had your reasons, but you quit your job as a principal in the Valley.
Yeah, it went
and
well.
you and your wife.
That went well.
You and your wife were cashed in all your stuff and were ready to go to Hawaii, right?
Yes, sir. We were on our way.
And instead, you compromised because your family and everyone.
Family wasn't super. My immediately family was super pumped on it.
Yeah. As in the Panions?
As in the Panions. As in my 3 daughters and my wife.
They were pumped. Well, they look Hawaiian already, so you were already ready to go.
Yeah, Ava would have been in trouble, but everyone else was not so hip on it.
Yeah. And so you settled for Cayucas, found a gig over here in Paso.
Didn't settle. Super pumped on Cayucas.
I didn't mean that, but you know what I mean.
I hear what you're saying.
You made a change. Yeah.
But
you weren't afraid of that possibility.
Nope. And the beautiful part was unemployed, trying to buy a house and trying to figure all that out. And
3 kids.
3 kids and no jobs, and it was a little touch and go there for a second. But I knew we were both smart and motivated, and we knew if it was meant to be, it was going to happen. And so we made that meant to be happen.
And I bring it up because you did it again with me when I said, hey, let's start a brewery. And you're like, screw it, let's go and quit your job. And so the reason the possibilities is important, it's just a word on a paper unless you've actually lived it, you know, and that's the biggest part.
And I always try to tell, number one, we're not lucky we ended up in Cayucas. We're not lucky we have a brewery. We worked really hard for it. The Panions don't grow roots very often, 5 years maybe, and then we want to move on to find the next possibility. But that is no crack on anybody that has been in a job for 20 years. That's very noble and honorable too.
Yeah.
And their possibilities just look a little different than our possibilities.
Dude, you nailed it. And so I think that's why the core values are so important. You have to have them and believe in them yourself as the leader, because then people get to make this decision on whether that works for them or not.
Yes.
Because I could just as easily go work at a school district, and I could have stayed in Kingsburg for 30 years and made a great living at a great job,
yeah,
with great people, and set down roots deep, because some people value that.
Yeah, they probably would have named a stadium after you.
And the core, I don't know about that.
Well,
I don't know about that, but definitely had some good times and have some great friends there. And people there dug their roots deep. And so Kingsburg's core values, I'm making them up for them, say people come here, they dig deep roots, they plant their family here, and then their kids, and their, they become great grandparents around here. And that's perfect for those people. I think that's what we're getting to is like, if you don't have an identity for your business that a newcomer or your own team can clearly see, they don't ever get an opportunity to say this is or isn't for me. And that's important.
Well, and then you also have on the other end of the spectrum, you kind of have your gypsies, your nomads that they don't need to grow roots.
Yeah.
But they still can be successful in a business.
That's me.
Yeah.
And Martha. I'm good. Like, where do you want to go next? Let's go. Because,
But look at the
you're
success
absolutely
you
right.
have with that, too.
And you can't run each other over. That's the hard part. Like, that's why we're good balance. You talked about it already. Because we all come in, fired up and different things, and not to get off topic, but everybody has their angle that they're bringing to work, and it changes all the time. And everybody has their own thing that they're going out. Perspectives change. I think we wrote that down. A lot of people, life changes.
Yeah,
and this
that
has
is
to
what
change.
life is, right?
Yeah, we have to be fluid. Like at one point, People Pints Possibilities sounded great, and then it became survival of COVID. That was our core value. Like People Pints Possibilities, it didn't go out the door, but
Doesn't
it definitely
mean shit if you don't have a business.
Sure as hell doesn't.
Yeah.
And then it became People Pints Possibilities and just being efficient with your money, and knowing where your dollars are going because you're spending money to try to grow. And so you're constantly taking these things down, and that's the beautiful part.
Or learning
It's fluid.
where your money's going.
Yeah. Getting educated.
We could have been complacent and been like, we're good with that Excel sheet. Shit, none of this matches at the end of the month. Oh, let's try next month. Let's go for the next month. No. Let's figure out how to inventory correctly. Let's figure out how to staff correctly.
Yep.
And so you start building, and it took us a long time. Like, none of this is quick. We started doing.
Oh, you can't fake it.
You can't. Systems for inventory, systems for staffing, systems for complaints. Like, it's a hell of a mountain to climb, but you just take it one step at a time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
100%.
Dude, why are you behind me on the beer right now?
I know.
All right, so we're getting to the good part that you want to talk about.
Because I didn't write the whiteboard,
The review.
so I'm trying to keep up.
Dude, this guy went off. I went off. Let's go. This is my passion, right? So essentially, we have these core values. And then from there, we talked about it. We did a whole episode on a purpose statement. I don't think you can create your purpose before you actually talk about what everyone needs. People Pints Possibilities, People Pints Plates Possibilities. And then you start to talk about who are we? How do we want to do things? How do we treat each other, right? And we start to really have that conversation, and then we can go back and say, all right, we need a purpose. Like, what's going on here? What's our purpose right now? And so for us, it was bring people together and leave them better, right? So we found that, and it was beautiful for what we're doing. So now we have like this beautiful, ecosystem that looks great on paper.
Oh, it looks bitching on paper.
It looks so good on letterhead. It looks sick. Like if you're on a Zoom meeting, you put it behind you. And then, inherently, the next step is you have to actually put it into action.
Yeah.
Right? So
execution's the hardest part.
The
folks.
second half and the most important one, I guess this is the actual episode, is how do you take these words and get people to believe in them? And not only believe in them, but live them.
Yeah, have it become part of them. And I will be 100% straight with you right now. We are probably 40% there, 50% there.
Yeah, it's like an iceberg, right?
It really is. The execution piece is the hardest piece. So if you think you're going to listen to us or come talk to us, or you have it on your own, you have to stick with it. You need to dig in tight, because there is going to be pushback. And not pushback in the way like you guys are crazy, but no, I believe in that. And then they don't. or they don't show that they do. And it's kind of rounding them out to become completely full circle part of that family where you have your OGs, your older employees teaching the newer ones, and you can kind of step back and go, okay, they got it. And we're close with that.
Yeah. And that came from, I told you the story earlier, our Fresno State people. For me, where that came from, being a leader and actually teaching people to live it and living it yourself, was from Pat Hill. So Pat Hill's over there. He is a
Who's
icon.
Pat Hill?
Go Dogs.
I just know him for his nachos.
The handlebar mustache. Dude, where is nachos at, where was that place? World Sports Cafe?
World Sports, the Pat Hill nachos.
Dude, I don't think they had People Plans Possibilities. Dude, Matt, I know my boy Matt. If Matt ever hears this, he's going to call me.
I hope he does. I apologize, Matt.
Dude, I think they did just fine. They're doing just fine.
Okay.
So the Bulldog coach over there, Pat Hill, was giving a seminar, and I thought I was the cool guy. I was the young coach. I'd gone from Kingsburg to Central, and now I'm big time. I'm D1, right? And so I go to this, we go to this clinic, and it's going to be badass. I'm there. I'm like one of the top teams, and, we finally get to drink a beer afterwards with Pat Hill, and he sits at the table, and he doesn't remember me, and sure as shit, probably he remembers this story because he's told it before, but I'm sitting there and, we had done the camp, and by the way, it's a full contact camp. You could just hit the shit out of kids all summer for like a week. It was like MMA, for high school kids. It was at Fresno State.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
Everyone out, shout out to everyone.
Like in a brisk 109-degree weather.
Oh, God. We were going for the Natty, the national championship of the Valley, at 120 degrees outside Fresno State. And everyone knows that Fresno State, that was Fight Club. You didn't talk about Fight Club. The whole damn community showed up. So anyways, we go for beers later, and Pat Hill's sitting there, and he's just talking to me. He pays attention to all the teams, and he's like, your defensive end is getting hooked there, and he's getting reached, and, what technique are you teaching him? And, I'm like, I'm a young guy. I'm like, Coach, I got him looking through the V of the neck. We're striking, we got our inside hand. I'm going through the whole thing. We're striking the chest plate. We're going to, extend our arms. We're going to shake, all this stuff where I'm going through the whole thing, right? We're going to roll our thumbs to the sky. And he's like, well, and he kept asking me, he's like, yeah, well, I just noticed that he got hooked to reach a lot of times. And I'm like, I told those kids 1,000 times the right technique, and they still keep messing it up. Oh. And he immediately shot back, then you're a shitty football coach.
How did you take that, Rich?
I was like this. No, actually, from Pat Hill, I took it very well. Normally, I wouldn't, but I was like this. I wanted to do the Homer Simpson. And so he told me I was a shitty coach because he said, and this stuck with me forever. I'm sure he said this to other people. You told them 1,000 times, and they still do it wrong. And obviously, I've been known to exaggerate a little bit. But the point hit, which was he told me, you're either teaching it or you're allowing it to happen.
You allowed it.
And so if you're telling them the right technique, which you believe is the right technique, and they're still doing it wrong, and you haven't changed any of the inputs, you haven't made any adjustments, you're just here blaming them, telling me that you're a great coach, they're just doing it wrong, I'm saying you're a shitty coach. You're either teaching it or you're allowing it to happen.
That's a tough one to defend in court.
I was like,
sir, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'll probably find a different table after this.
And the nachos are awesome.
And from that point forward, I realized like people's success is determined by the way that we set things up and clarify them and teach them and reteach them and change. And so it just became like this idea of like, we have to teach it. We have to teach it correctly.
And not only teach it, you got to check for understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, educators out there. And you got to follow up. And you have to continue with it. And then they'll get to a point where they're going to teach it for you.
And the same exact example in the classroom is, how about the teacher who's like, I gave this test and everyone failed?
Are you sure you want to tell me that?
Are they all stupid or are you a shitty teacher? I'm going with the second one.
Yeah.
Because I believe the kids. Because I used to think the kid. I bet you some of those kids are doing just fine in other classes, right?
No, I told him what pages to read. Well,
Stop.
it's not a reading lab, so you should probably teach.
Stop showing the sandlot and get your ass to work. So we knew the next phase is we have these core values. Pat Hill's story, you're either teaching it or you're allowing it to happen. We got to teach this. And so we have to teach our people to, if you break down the categories, people, we now have to recruit people. We've got to interview people, and we can't do it all.
No. At the beginning, we could.
Very, very
But
beginning.
it also pulled us away from things we should have been doing. So it was time to grow and role model. And it's at the beginning, it's going to be rough because you're going to see those people that either want to jump on or are kind of like, yeah, this isn't for me. And that's okay.
Yep. Because then you're absolutely right. You have to get your team to bring other people in and teach them. You got to bring in like-minded individuals in the beginning, and then the next phase is you got to get them to actually create some processes and procedures and get on board with what you're doing and your way of lifestyle. And then the third one is we've got to get them all to become a team.
Yeah. And we are 6 years in, and I will tell you, a lot of the beginning was, okay, hey, why don't we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And now we're getting to a point where we have some solid, great people that believe in us. And now when they come to us, instead of, well, you're going to do this, this, and this, our first comeback is, well, what's your recommendation? And so when you get to what's your recommendation, this process has worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you need to follow it. You can do some follow-up questions with it, like,
Yep.
did you think of this? Oh, no, I didn't, but what if we did this? Boom, go, execute.
And here's the important, you're absolutely right. And here's the importance of people, plans, possibilities, and what you're saying. Now you have a foundation where you can ask people, well, what do you think the best qualities in people are?
Right.
What do you think efficiency is in how you do things? What do you think a great team looks like, right? So that's where we came to, like, people were confused, like people, plans, possibilities. People was building teams, right? Pints was crafting things, and possibilities was those big ass dreams. But now we actually have a starting point, and we can find out where people are. And I put this down. Frank had a lot to add, so I'm going to go through them. We started to notice people were in different areas, and we kind of bounced through these areas. It's like when we try to move from words to action, you're going to find people are in all these different areas, including yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable. And the first one, it's like the 12-step process. I just shortened it. Is the first one is denial. You're going to have people who are like, I'm good. I know everything.
Yep. I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know why you're telling me.
No, I'm good.
I'm
like,
good.
I got them. Actually, I embody all those. I'm those things.
I would have said the same thing when I walked in here.
I'm
like,
it.
Shit.
Like people, plans, possibilities. Dude, I'm
That's
good.
me. That's fun.
I love people. I can pour the most badass beer you've ever seen, and I'm the best team member you ever been around.
And I'm going to need Saturday off.
Yeah. All right.
I hate to say it, but you will go through them.
People, they live in denial. They are so far there. They think not only they should own the place.
Yeah, you can't teach me shit.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. And the reality is, you're exactly right. Pride is the enemy of learning. We've said it before. One of my favorite quotes, Ray Dalio. Do you have 1 year, 10 years experience, or 1 year repeated 10 times?
I believe my mentor said, who cares if you made beer for 2 years, if you make great beer, because there's people out there that have made shitty beer for 20, 25 years.
Yikes. Yeah. Over and over, just Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And the second you're in denial, you do not want those people.
No. And my beer's not perfect. I'm not giving my pat on the back.
No.
Like, there's a lot of learning to go on there. But to what Rich was saying, like, you got to be a lifelong learner. You can't sit there and think you know it all.
No, they start in denial, and then we have to move them. Well, we try to skip those people, but some people we have in there.
And they have their days.
Everyone does. By the way, I have them too. I, too, am negative. Frank has seen it behind the scenes. You know, I try not to
It's
be.
so fun.
It's like a mood. You just let me go through it.
You just sit there quietly and go, I can't wait.
All right. So the next one is interest, right? I'm interested. So I see people, I've been trying to categorize these, but a lot of people are like, man, I'm really interested in that. That sounds great. But it's not for me.
Yeah.
We experience this in schools too, right? You go to this, professional development, you go to this conference, and the shittiest teachers are like, man, this is really great, but it's really great for them.
Yeah.
Or if
if
my
that's going to make
students-
them better. Like, yeah, I got it pretty good here. Like,
If my students could learn this, they'd be so much better. Well, how about you? No, me?
What?
Look, watch back to denial. Me? I'm good. Like, I got this.
I like what you're doing, though.
No. Yeah, and I love this part because, this one is like, you're like semi, like you kind of put the sticker on your wall, right? You put the bear on your thing, people, pints, possibilities. Like, I love that shit. Like, I'm in, and, that's the next stage up is I'm definitely interested in this. However, I want zero accountability for it, right?
Don't hold me to the coals.
But the next one's my favorite.
But
Because
love this
I know
one,
you're
too.
gonna go off on this one. The next one is like you're true blue in, like you're wearing the jersey, like you're going to the Niner game. You got the Joe Montana. You think you're on the team. You think you're actually the quarterback.
You are the team.
Yeah, and you speak you speak this way. You say we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. You're like, are you on the team? This person is lip service person, right? And it's almost worse than the last one is. They actually believe in it. They believe it. They love people, pints, possibilities, and everything that is. They just don't live it.
No.
They're not on the team.
But they will hold everybody else around them accountable.
Oh, dude, hit me with these people.
Oh, people, pints. Oh, man, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. And then behind the scenes, I'm fucking out of here. Or I ain't doing this. Or,
I'm cutting this short.
What?
Details don't matter to me.
Yeah.
It's everyone else should
Those
do
are
it.
your night beer ones.
Yeah, and this person's scarier than the last one, and this is a real thing. The last one is like, it looks good. I'm kind of semi in. This person, the lip service person, is fully in.
Yeah,
Like they represent it. They wear the shirt.
they'll
They're like,
bamboozle you. You're like, oh, I got one. Yeah, he's in.
no, I told you, they're at the Niner game wearing the jersey, and they're like, we're gonna kill it this year. I'm like, did you go to practice? No. But like all of us,
Yeah.
like
I
I'm
can
on
e-
the team.
I can use all the big words. Like, listen.
You're
to
on
me.
the team, but you didn't lift weights. You didn't go to, you didn't go to OTAs. You didn't go out there and sweat with everybody in August, pre-camp. You're not like, wait, what team are you on?
Well, this one.
What's your role? No. My role is I rep all the gear. I pretend that I'm in, and then
And I
I go
critique the entire team for not doing it correctly.
and I talk shit about everything that goes on. Yep.
That's the scary one.
The lip service person, and you're trying to get all your people through these stages to the final stage where you actually live it. You embody those values, and remember, nobody's perfect.
No.
Actually, embodying it in what we do is not being perfect. It's the ability to say, I'm not perfect.
Yeah. To talk about your faults. I fucked up. Or, yeah, I didn't follow this. Or, that is so easy to work with. But it's the ones that hide it that you got to watch out for. But embodying, and this is where I think Rich and I mean, we have the same view, but I step back and look at it a little differently. We are owners of the company.
Yeah.
You can call us whatever you want. You guys think we don't live this company 24/7, you're out of your mind. We think about it at night and talk about it all the time. But you have to be fair to your team members. When they leave here, don't for a second think that they may not switch it off because they have to go focus on family. They have to go focus on maybe a medical issue or whatever is going up in their life. But embodying can also mean the second they come back, they're going to switch it back on.
That's a good point.
So if you're listening to this and your business team, family, whatever you want, just remember that this is way bigger than just this here for these people. And it's important that these people feel a comfortable home where they can embody it and live it and hopefully learn some traits and take it with them. but I don't think it's what was the saying you always told me? They will never love the business like you
do. Yeah. Yeah, just like someone will not love your kids the way you love them or
Right.
anything else, right? That's no.
So yeah, we're trying to. I don't want to fool anybody.
No, Frank does a good job of grounding me, Martha, and I, because anyone who knows us knows we love work. Like, this is a part of being a team, and Frank had a good conversation with me today. We bury a lot of our past and all the challenges of life in just grinding it out and working. Yeah. And Frank is here to remind us, like, Frank is the one to say life is not always about, the successes of doing everything the right way or, winning every game that you're in or, sometimes. I mean, sometimes winning is a little bit different.
Who doesn't want to be a winner?
Right?
I get that too.
But I think you're saying like sometimes winning is a little different because for you, winning is sometimes just sitting on the beach with your family and or going to your daughter's
water polo
game,
softball,
and that's winning for you. So it does change, and that's really important for everybody because we can't, as hard as everybody's working, we all have different priorities in what we're doing as well, and that doesn't mean we're losing the priorities.
Correct. It doesn't mean I do not embody this as much as anybody else or somebody working. I'm going like this because our brew house is on that side. Sorry.
Pointing over there.
Over there.
Bring them out.
Doesn't have the same embodiment of our core values, people, pints, and possibilities, as Rich and Martha do or the business owners do. But they may not live it as hard. Or I shouldn't say it's hard. That's not fair.
Some people live it more. I think this is a really good conversation. We've never talked about this. Some people live different things harder at different times, right?
Yep,
so
fair enough.
And none of them are better or worse than anything else.
And I think I'm trying to bring all that up because if this is a model you really want to employ, and it works, I promise you. Come here and look. It works.
You're going to have different people.
Absolutely. And you can't. Rich is a big example.
Can't bury him. His
standard's up here. And he is fifth gear pin nonstop on that high standard. And so when he comes in, and I'm a little bit the same way. I mean, as an owner, that's what you want. But he gets a little frustrated. But it's sometimes you have to step back. And he does that. And look at the progress you've made. And understand why the progress may be a little slower than what you expected.
Yep. And what's important is, you're right, I wouldn't be living it if I didn't listen to you, right? So people, pints, and possibilities is, yes, we want to have these people, and this is ideal for us. Yes, we want to have this beer, and we want to do this. Possibilities is, and this is where it's bigger than us. It's bigger than everything, is when you live it. If Frank says to me, it's not about Frank and I, hey, Rich, you need to chill out because all these things are going on and people have different things going on. And, in the possibilities, how do we want to treat each other? Part of that is we want to be able to say things to each other and then have the other person listen to it.
Correct.
And internalize it. And you don't have to love it. We didn't say that, but you have to be able to respect it and understand that they're making a great point. And we do that. It doesn't mean being perfect. Shit, we all have faults, and that's.
Well, if you're gonna try to follow perfection, that's a rough road to go down.
Woo.
It really is.
Sure is.
It is.
It creates a lot of bad mental health issues.
But if you could step back and look at the success, I think that will kind of bring this into focus. Like, I keep saying, this is not happening overnight.
No.
But when it does turn. It's phenomenal. I mean, let's just do this real quick.
Whoa, is this 3 pints in right now?
No.
Do you need your?
It's not 3 pints in. But what I'm trying to say is, we started this. We had some cheesy lines, and we were trying to figure out what we were doing, and we had no clue what we were doing, folks. We were making beer. We were trying to figure it out. Trying to hire people. Those people didn't work out, and it kind of turned into. Man, and Rich brought it up. We need to revert to what we know. Like, we need agendas. We need this. And I'm like, fuck. Here we go again. Meetings. Let's do all this shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little, I gave a little pushback. But now, as we're talking about this and doing this, it's helping us reflect on our last 6 years. It was absolutely necessary for the success of this company considering COVID hit. We had some tax issues. Not that we didn't pay taxes.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
Not
that's
this
the whole
episode,
thing.
but
Just
that's coming up.
Dealing with good old Uncle Sam, and I mean, the way he would just kick a new business in the nuts was crazy. But when we got systems in place and we started getting people to believe in, we are now here, and you sit in a meeting with our managers, our teams, the way there's an agenda put together, it's efficient, we can go through it, things get executed. That was never there at the beginning, and I always complain, we have all these people in a room right now and we're paying for them.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but the money we saved on the ass end of it, because the message is out and things are getting done. Like, I'm super grateful about this process. And if people know me, if I don't believe in it, I wouldn't say it. This is a place, if you are questioning your company, your family, anything, just kind of sit down, reflect, and build. I mean, People Pints and Possibilities are goals for us. That's what we want to execute. And it's getting people to buy into it. And that's where we're at right now. And it has done nothing but made us better.
Yeah.
Fact is, how many people since we opened have we fired?
Very few.
Few.
Very few.
Like, I can count them on maybe these two fingers.
And also, we gave them every opportunity to fit the mold.
Right. And maybe our mold wasn't their mold, but maybe we could adjust our mold. Like, we worked with them.
Agree. Actually, that's a great point. This is not for everyone.
No.
What we're doing here is scary as hell for a lot of people. This is not fun. If you want to go to work and be anonymous and bring a brown bag and eat your lunch every day and go home and bounce, this is not the place for you.
But if you want to work and hopefully someday people talk about you in that business for a long, long time,
yep,
this is how you create it.
Yeah, you want to be real with people. You want to meet great people. You want to improve your skills. You want to hold yourself accountable. You want to create goals and achieve those goals. You want to do those things. That's here. That's what we do. And
it's a system and process we built to do that. And it's been tried and true. Our success is we have almost 30 employees now.
Over 30.
Over 30. And if they are going to leave, it's on them, and it's because they're only going to go better themselves.
Yeah.
And we support that.
Because if you do it right and you stick to it, there's no surprises. It's like when you sit down and talk to them and you're talking about, improvement or things like that, they should have already known. They should know, like, what you're going through and everything else. And they should have a clear idea of what the expectations are. And so they get to decide what it is.
There's no questions.
Yeah. No, and so it's like, it makes it easier on everyone, but it's a ton of work on the backside, right? To get it going.
It's oh God, yeah. But as you're working through it, you're starting to see results. And that's where you kind of have to step back as an owner and be like, okay, there are results coming in. We're starting to see it. And like I said, we're 40-50% there, and we've been open, let's say 4 years, because I don't count the COVID years, but like it will work. People want to be a part of this because they see it. It's on paper. It's recorded. They're like, shit, yeah, let's go.
And that's your next move. The system, we're going to write a book about this. We might as well just get after it now so we can get to the getting. Is once you have your core values, and
you see how Woody did right there.
Purpose.
Once you throw it out there, you got to do it.
You got to do it. Fucking, we're putting it out there. We'll do it. I tell everyone, we're doing it. His wife started an outline. We just need to do it. But the idea is, once you get these core values and you've got these taglines with you, and you kind of understand, we have a clear understanding. People, pints, plates, possibilities. We understand it. Now we're committed to it. Now it's that piece that we keep talking about right now. This is the hardest part. What does treating people right look like as far as actions and behaviors in our business? And this is the most in-depth conversation you can have. Go. And that is the things that we do. So, like, you just start to have this basic conversation that's so necessary, which is like when people walk in, what should we do?
Just hello, how you doing?
Hell yeah.
Cheers it. What's up? This is your place.
Yep.
It's Passo's Brewery, not ours.
We do something that's considered unique in a brewery. If people are outside and their glass is empty and we have time, what should we do as a bartender?
Go out and be like, why the fuck aren't you getting in here and getting a beer? No, we go out and get their beer. What do you want? And
we do. Why would you not? Why would you ever not do that? You know, and so you start to have this conversation. What should we do for people? How should the bathroom look? You know, processes and procedures, pints, right? How we do things. How should the bathroom look in a brewery that's badass?
yeah, it should be pristine.
Clean,
Yeah,
immaculate.
beautiful. And I
guess-
will tell you, in 6 years, we've had one tagging the size of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because our people, and not just immediate people, it's our community, our patrons. They police
Two
this
taggings.
place.
Because the other one Blake fixed, you fixed one, and our people want to fix it immediately. They
Yeah,
know
they
that
don't
it's
wanna see it.
unacceptable. They don't want to see it. It's not welcome here.
Yeah.
And if you're in the bathroom and you see someone doing that, get them the fuck out of here. Like, that's not our culture. And so as people start to get a real grasp of who you are,
Peacefully.
in a nice way. What is it?
Kick him in his
Hey,
butt and let him pee in his pants.
What is it? What's my Roadhouse? Be nice.
Out there.
Be nice. And so now you have like a conversation about pints. So then you're talking about, all right, pints and plates. We make all this food. So what is it like to deliver the food at the highest level? What does that feel like? Like you can start to put yourself there. And this is a trick that I'll tell everyone. People have a hard time holding themselves accountable. Think about, and I keep giving Frank a hard time, but think about a brew house because it's easier that way, or a brewery.
To give me a hard time?
Yeah. Think
Okay,
about a brew
perfect.
house that is the best and just start to come up with what it looks like, it feels like, you know. And when I work with people, I say, we're taking a trip right now and we're going to see the best football team that we've ever seen, and you're a coach. What does it look like right now? How are the kids dressed? How are the coaches dressed? How do they speak to each other? How are the transitions? You know, and it's really like becomes easy to point that out and create like a vision for what should be when it's not me holding me accountable for myself, right? And so I started with that back in my Central days. I started just asking people, what does the best practice look like? I don't want to tell the alpha male or the alpha female how to do it. I just want to ask you, what does it look like? You know, and that's what we're doing with our people. We're saying, and it becomes easy, right? I'm not talking about you. I'm not asking you about your practice. I'm saying, what does the best one look like? And you start to say things like this. Well, the kids should immediately show up after the bell. There should be supervision in the locker room so they're in and out and the transition is quick. Someone should lock up the locker room. By the time they get out to the field, they should be doing early outs. The coaches should be already there with a practice plan in hand. The drills and everything are all set up. There's quick transitions between everything. Coaches aren't cussing anyone out, right? As you start to draw these up, now I'm holding them accountable, not to what I made up,
What they made up.
but what they made up.
That's not fair.
And you got to have these core values, people, pints, possibilities. What does it look like to have a great mindset here? And you just start writing down what they say.
And they're committing to them.
They're,
I believe
Why-
you call
they
commit to
are.
action.
Commit to action. That's why we called it that. You got to commit to action. You
Yeah.
got to.
You are committing to believing in this, or not believing in this, but supporting it.
Yep.
And if you can get them to come up with it,
They have to come up with it.
yeah,
They have to be invested.
100%.
I said this. What does it look like if I walk into your company and I say, hey, I just created these badass, by the way, a lot of people do this and they're frauds, right? License to steal. I just came up with all your job descriptions and here's what I do for you. You're
I'd be
like,
like-
sick. What would you do?
Adios.
See you later. No, that's why this process takes time. It takes people being authentic. It takes them being real. It takes, because we wrote it down there. We want to inspire people, right?
Yeah.
You got to inspire them to do it when you're not there.
Role model it, inspire. You know what? I don't get to come in and have a bad day, because that allows them to come. Now, mentally, I may have a bad day, but it's you got to click it on like, Frank, you are representing yourself right now and they're going to think that's okay.
Yeah.
And I don't care if we're pouring beer out of tanks and the deck's on fire, like calm breeds calm. You got to show them that, hey, we'll handle whatever's thrown at us.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how they start to believe in it, and they commit to that. And here's a little secret. You can help them commit to their actions. They'll come up with them, but you can ask some really good leading questions to maybe get them down a road that they want to go, or you want them to go, because this is all very new to them.
It's so brand new.
It is. That's why we're having, not say we're having a hard time, like we're doing it, but we have people that have never actually worked in a bar, and we're having them commit to our core values. And it's a fluid thing. Like, it takes time. We're going to keep adjusting.
And actually, you said we're having a hard time, which you knew that wasn't right. You always bring up we're well ahead of everybody.
Yes. We are.
We're ahead.
And I will challenge
And we
you.
don't think we're the shit, but we're ahead in a sense of, like, it means something.
Yeah. I understand they got to feed their family. We got to feed our family. But we can do that with one hell of a business.
Yep.
And that's what we're trying to create. And don't be scared like he's going out looking at other football teams and all that back in the day. You don't think, nobody knows who I am anyways, so I can go to any brewery and I'll sit there, and it's one of those, okay, we are crushing it with this. Oh, we need to do better on this, or I really like that idea, and then we come back here and bring it to them.
Yep.
So do a little homework and appreciate that it will take time.
It takes time. Frankie tells me, like the ocean, I wrote a couple notes. The ocean, right? So the ocean covers how much of the earth?
It's like 75-80%.
Yeah, and so 2/3 of the earth is underwater, right? We don't see it. And so in this business, when you show up and you say, man, these guys are doing it right, I promise you 2/3 of what they're doing and the work that actually has to be done is so far behind the scenes, it's under the water that you can't even see it.
But it's that 1/3 above the water that you're seeing.
Yeah, and it looks perfect, right? And a lot of people can have that, and it looks good, and they still be shitty.
Yeah.
And the people still hate each other, and they don't get along.
They don't want to come to work. And
they don't care about each other. They're calling in sick. You know, all those things. And, you know, people's priorities change. I put that at the end there because it was important to me. Like, what is important to somebody one day becomes non-existent the next day.
Which is life.
And that's totally normal in life. Yeah, it's completely consistent. We bring up Grant. We got to get Grant on here.
Yeah. Super
Grant,
good,
the
dude.
story of Grant. Grant, my favorite guy, had the golden retriever that he loved. And then Grant had a baby. And what did Frank say?
Adios.
See you later. Priorities changed.
To the dog.
Listen, Grant loves the dog. I know. Nisha and Grant, you love your dog. I'm seeing if you're listening. But we all know Frankie called it.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That little girl is running the house in a good way.
Yeah.
And it's not because of anything. Priorities change. People's priority change. Their life changes.
And that's, if we can get AI robots in there and teach them people pints possibilities,
Dude,
we would have this
Hello.
done. We'd have it done in a month.
Hello, your pint is,
Yes.
your pint is beautiful.
Why are they Irish? They're
I
Irish.
don't.
All right, what do you got to add, dude? You have 3 pints in today? What do we got?
No,
You're only
I'm
2?
not. No 3 pints in.
Dude, it's 2 of us.
We went over a lot. We kind of bounced a little bit through it, but I think the goal
No,
is
I think it's good. Round it out.
believe in your core values, because if you don't believe in them and you're just gonna sit and preach them and don't role model it, you might as well get on down the road. Or you don't believe in this and you're not gonna build your business. You can be the asshole that just fires, and you're gonna have a lot of stress in your life. Not that this isn't stressful, but I want to say where we started to where we are now, with the team from 4 to 30 plus employees, and you just heard last week the same thing, what they believe in. Like, we're not paying them extra, we're not making them drink the Kool-Aid, and we didn't fire anybody that didn't drink the Kool-Aid. We just worked with them, and you have to have patience. Patience is going to be huge with this process. But you look at a lot of highly successful companies, and this is where we're getting all this.
6 years in.
6 years in? 4. I don't count COVID years.
Survival. Hitting me with the years.
Get the machine to work for you.
2019, we open. We don't even know what we're doing. COVID, 2020. 2021, expand the backyard. Or the backyard's next to us, but the back area.
The back
that
of our
up.
property.
The next year 4 was Patina, event spaces.
It wasn't Den?
No, Patina was before the den
yeah,
because
that's right.
our boy Doug was here.
Douglas, R.I.P.
We'll have
I'd take my hat off, but
we'll have a funeral for
talk
that.
about that
We need to
later.
bring him on before he goes. And
Do
then
we?
year 4, year 5 was the den.
Yep.
Year 6 was the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Every year taking risks. Every year apply People Pints possibilities easy.
But smart applied risks. Like
Yes.
we weren't stupid about it.
No, not at all. What's year
Diversify.
What's year 7 gonna have? What's the possibilities?
Oh shoot. Possibilities for year 7. I would really like to see a second location.
Okay, we'll get there. Hit me with People Pints possibilities. I'm gonna rip you through it. People, give me an example of. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it open. People Pints possibilities. Tell me what it means to you right now.
It's about the people, bringing them together, getting the right people, and I guess trying to be very flexible with who you have and how you can have them believe in what you're doing. It's a little easier now because we have a lot of proof. The Pints is, to me, obviously, it's not only running a business, it's creating a quality beer, but it's also for those other people, it could be simply, or not simply, I apologize, it could be bartending. How do I deal with patrons? And I want to make sure you understand on the bartending side, I do not talk lightly of that because you will never see me behind that bar because that is a tough job. And so to respect that and how they love their craft and how efficient they work as a team behind that bar. I got this side. I'll do the POS. Super impressive for them to become a team like that. All the way down to the kitchen staff, to who's running, who's on the line, events, who's running events. How do we get the events done efficiently? How do we make this the best time? The hospitality piece to it. Over here in the den, cocktails, I need to be able to get a cocktail out very quickly and with quality. And if you guys don't know, we have 87 to 108 drink offerings on this premise. It's something insane. And everybody here knows how to do all of that. And they do it very well and fast. To maintaining the property, to keeping those bathrooms clean. And this is the biggest one for me, and we're open at 11. We're open at 11.
We are. People are coming at 11.
Yeah. Closing, questionable. We may go a little longer than we should, but that's okay sometimes.
Yep.
ABC, we're still with what I wrote in my permit, so we're good to go.
Everybody's good.
And just working with being good freaking stewards to all our neighbors and trying to take care of them, and especially just Paso and the surrounding Central Coast.
Yep.
People look at us sometimes and they think we're full of bullshit. We're bullshitters. We're really not. If you need something, we'll help you.
Yep.
We want to be there for you. And it's all about that people part, and then find some possibilities. Let's see where it takes us.
All right, here we go. One more example, and we're done right now. You've been doing great. People, if you take your team, take your core value, and just say this to somebody. People, who are we? Simply, who's Calcos?
Who's Calcos?
Yep, who are we?
Baddest motherfuckers in town.
There you go. How do we do things?
Fucking precise, and we execute extremely well.
And how do we treat each other?
With the utmost respect and kindness.
Fucking A. That's it, buddy.
We got it?
All right, yeah. Dude, he did so well. He didn't know he's getting a test
Jesus
at the end.
Christ.
Oh, shout out. We don't even need Jake anymore.
We don't.
Actually, we needed him a lot. I feel like someone's got to hit that button. We have no more drinks. Cheers.
Hey, we did well.